Oh, how I loved this recipe. My mom would make this on the farm growing up in Thermopolis, Wyoming. This spaghetti sauce, I loved when I would walk through the front door. I would smell these aromas of the spaghetti sauce. It would put an immediate smile on my face. And with these memories and my cooking, I like to encourage and challenge you, the power of the meal. As you know, food brings people together. And this week, make it a goal to have your family maybe sit down together. Even if it's a crazy week, make that the goal. Eat together, or maybe feed someone who is sick and they can't get around. With that food for thought, just think about that. Let's get cooking. What do you say? And to make my mom's spaghetti sauce, say that 3 times, here's what you're going to need. 1 pound of hamburger, and then you're also going to need some onion and some garlic. I've already put that together here in the pan. Now for this meal, I actually used the hamburger. You can also use the turkey meat. Now remember, with hamburger, you'll see different versions. Today I used a 93.7. Now the 93 means how lean the meat is, and how the 7, that means the amount of fat the beef has. And as you've seen in the store, I'm sure there are a variety of numbers, starting with the leanest, and you can go all the way up with as much fat as you would like. And you want to use a little bit more fat with hamburger, especially when you grill. Okay, so as I said, here's the hamburger, 1/3 cup chopped onion, 2 whole garlic cloves are in here, minced. Now, if you want to add more garlic, go for it. Also, you need 1 big can of the tomatoes, and that's about a 28-ounce can, a 15-ounce can of the tomato sauce, 1/4 cup parsley, we have a 1/2 teaspoon oregano, we have a little bit of thyme also, 1/4 teaspoon thyme, 1 bay leaf. Now, with this bay leaf, what you want to remember is when this is done cooking, you want to take the bay leaf out. You want to be really careful of that bay leaf because you don't want someone biting down onto that. Also, you're going to need 1 cup of water. I also like mushrooms, so I also add those. I only put 1 6-ounce jar of the sliced mushrooms, and you can leave that out if you don't want that. Now, in a big pot, you want to go ahead and brown your meat, your onion, garlic. I also like to add a little salt to taste. Once that is done, you want to drain the excess fat. Now, all you have to do next is pour in all your remaining ingredients. Now go ahead and put in all the tomatoes. You can kind of mix as you go, but I like to just get everything in the pot and go from there. Pour in all of your spices. Already have the garlic in there, have the onion. Now you're going to add 1 bay leaf. Let's get that stirred together here before we add the water, and then we end with the mushrooms. So we're going to put in the water. Now you want to start this to become a rapid boil, and then what you want to do is turn it down to low to medium heat, and then that way you just let it simmer for about 1 hour. Now you know with Italian food, if you want to make this the night before and let it sit in your fridge for a while, it really gives time to let those spices kind of all work together. Simmer this for 1 hour. You want to make sure that when you do serve this, it's nice and thick. You don't want it runny, so if you feel you need to add a little bit more time to that cooking process, you can go ahead and you can do that. Now, speaking of pasta, I'm going to test your noodle. This is cooking on the stove with different kinds of pasta because there's actually a lot out on the market. Now, of course, this is a common one. We have spaghetti here, and this is actually a multi-grain pasta. I really enjoy cooking with the multi-grain. You can even get the wheat. Now, this right here, let's see if you know this one. A lot of people say this is the bow tie. It's farfalle. Say that, farfalle. Then, where's the rigatoni? Any ideas? Here's actually the rigatoni, and then we have the rigatoni. Now, this is a really fun one that can add a lot of color to a pasta dish, if you can see this here. And this is called galeti. And it's a really fun, different type of pasta because it has so many different colors, and that's what can really make a pasta dish fun. Now, also, I have some pasta cooking tips for you also. The biggest mistake that people often make when cooking pasta is they think that they can add the oil to help it cook. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. Oil actually prevents the sauce from sticking to the noodle. Instead, use salt. That is the magic ingredient. It helps everything to cook evenly. It does not make anything stick. Now, you want to add the salt to the boiling water before adding the pasta. You use about 1 teaspoon salt per quart, and only add, remember, to the pasta water when it's boiling. So there's a few things for you. I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. What do you say? I have the pasta right here, all done, the pasta sauce. And look at that, how nice and thick that looks. I have my bowl of pasta ready to go. Put that on top. I'm going to add a little Parmesan cheese because, ooh, do I love Parmesan. Mix it all up, and I am going to enjoy the Meals in a Rush way. Now remember, power of the meal. Help someone out this week with food and bring people together. I love it every time.